Throw mentally in there. I have the word crazy in my name for a reason.
Oh, there it is.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I am Quinn, Dungeons or Dragons, your friend, your host, and your dungeon maestro for this afternoon. Here again for Unlicensed Magic. Real quick, let's start off by going around. Everyone, introduce yourself real quick with your name, where people can find you on social media, and the character you're playing. And just to give a little bit of insight into our characters today, what your character's favorite flower is, because everyone's got a favorite flower. Let's go ahead and start with Crazy Gamer Lady.
Hey everybody, I am Crazy Gamer Lady. You can find me on TikTok under that name. And I play Akasi, the lizard folk druid. Her favorite flower would be the orchid.
A lovely flower. Next up, let's go with Bardic Sweet Tea.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Sweet Tea. You can find me on TikTok under Bardic Sweet Tea or on Twitch under Sweet Tea Games. I'll be playing Varith, the Fearful Cleric, and his favorite flower would be the chrysanthemum. He's never seen one, but he loves the name.
It is a really good name for a flower. And they're very pretty, but also really well named. Next up, let's go with that one blonde nerd, because I see Halfling Wizard is chastising his dog off to the side.
Yeah, so I am that one blonde nerd on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, whatever, pretty much most of the things. Let's see, I'm playing May, who is a half elf, half mind flayer shadow sorcerer, and her favorite flower, I think it's a lily.
Okay. Okay.
And they smell nice, they look nice, classy. You know.
No, I like a lily. Last but certainly not least, Halfling Wizard.
Hey guys, Halfling Wizard here. You can find me on TikTok and various others under Halfling Wizard. And I play Ikarin, or Nikolai, depending on who he's talking to, a elf wizard. My favorite flower would be a green carnation, because if you know, you know.
No,
me.
Makes complete sense. So yes, to our chat, she did just say half mind flare. That's been one of the secrets recently revealed. Actually, you've had a busy couple, or May has had a busy couple of days, real quick, right?
Yeah.
So
Understatement.
I think why don't we have you, Blondie, give us just a quick recap of what went on the last couple of sessions and where we're at as everyone joins us.
Okay, let's see if even I can keep it all straight, because it has been a lot. Oh gosh. So they went to fight some cultists of the Third Eye. And as part of that fight, she found out that the main person they were fighting could not see her and had a, what's it called? An intellect devourer in its head after they were killed. And she thought, oh, that looks cute. That's crazy. Then they found some scrolls in deep speech, which she could read and didn't know why. And then they, gosh, what happened after that? Oh yeah, she read the scroll and now she has a cranium rat pet. And all of this started to, she's very good with mental magic. She can kind of just pick up reading minds, but she didn't know that's what she was doing until her sister, who she's seen exactly once before, showed up and told her about how, as she started to put some pieces together from things they found out, her dad is the mind flayer. Not a mind flayer, but the mind flayer, and that he is controlling the country she's from, Ebretia, somehow, which is completely intolerant of magic, and they are capturing and controlling magic users using, I'm guessing, intellect devourers, so that's cool. And her sister threatened to kill her and then vanished, and it was an excellent family reunion. Then she found out that a bounty hunter called the White Shield was looking for her, and through some deductive reasoning and some other things, found out that that is her brother. And she and her sister and brother are triplets. She also found out that possibly her brother is traveling with Amarity's son. So that's, maybe a thing, maybe not. And then they went to meet Varith's friend, Jack, who she does not know is a god, who told this story about these kids that have been kidnapped from, and about the, oh gosh, I'm trying to keep this all straight, I'm sorry. The princess, the crown princess of the Northlands, which is the country of the elves, ran away with somebody and vanished and told this whole story. And then a Viscount invited her to lunch, where she found out that she is the daughter of the crown princess of the elves, and that her mom is with her dad, who is the Mind Flayer, who is capturing magic users in Keldoris. So yeah, she's half elven princess and half Mind Flayer, and she thought she was just a spy for Arcane Divergence, who was rescued as a child because they were intolerant of magic users, and so she's been trained as a spy, and she didn't know who her parents were. She was trying to figure it out.
Everyone get all that? That's not too much to keep straight. That's just a really simple story. I don't get why anyone would be confused. I mean, the only things you left out is that your party member, Icaron, who's also Nikolai, who's also Arnwell, is also your cousin, because he's also like a sovereign prince of a nation within the Northlands. And so also that like his evil ex-boyfriend runs an organization here in Freeport that he used to run, and that's kind of like the one that you are with, but like different because they're a little bit more aggressive. And then there's that whole like Varith got sort of assigned to keep you all alive thing. Like you watched this man you've never met just tell this giant who you've known for a day that his job is to keep you and your friends all alive. And then there's like
these people she's met like for
with her brother, who's some sort of freedom fighter.
Yeah, or a bounty hunter. They met on the train 4 days ago. Yeah, her friend that she worked with 5 years ago for a couple of years just happens to be your cousin.
This is a very simple story. I don't understand why anyone would have any trouble with it.
She's not trying to understand what her father and her mother and everyone else are up to.
But let's start off the day real quick. So you guys had ended last session having tea with the Viscount, sort of still in that tea room. So let's actually start off the session with a perception check from everyone.
Okay.
Oh, look at that 20
Nice.
from Varith.
Starting off strong, guys.
Okay.
We need someone very perceptive here.
It's 9 from Akasi. Okay, an 8 from Icaron. And then what'd May get?
12.
Okay. So Akasi and Icaron and May, sort of as the conversation is naturally ending between the Viscount and May and Icaron, you notice that Amarity is not with you anymore. Varith, you noticed earlier that she had slipped out a side door in the room. And you don't know exactly why she left, but you noticed her slip out sort of during the other conversation that happened. On your nat 20, you also notice something else. You feel there's an extra like parcel in the pocket of your bag.
I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Are we alone in the room right now?
The Viscount's there, but this is happening while he's talking to Icaron and May, so you can definitely... He assumes you're some sort of servant. He is not paying attention.
I feel like I would just be safer waiting till we're alone to open the parcel, but...
So it's small. It's a letter.
Oh, okay. I think parcel, I think like a package. All right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open that up then.
So it's a letter. I think you're not surprised to see that it's from Jack. It's clearly in his handwriting and it's got his seal. And it says, Verith, thank you so much for visiting me earlier today. I have another task for you. I did not want to tell you in front of the lovely young ladies you brought with you today. Should it come to it, you should not allow either of those young ladies to kill either of their siblings. I know this sounds a bit macabre, but if it comes to it, they should not be the ones to do the deed. Yours truly, Jack.
Okay, I read the letter and I'm just gonna very quietly and slowly put it back into my pocket. Try to not show that I learned something here.
Okay. And so, at about this time, the butler, or you assume he's the butler, he's whoever the head guy is who led you all in and all of that, comes to the door of the room, and he looks at the Viscount, who returns his look, and he says, excuse me, but we do have visitors. It appears the White Shield and his squire have arrived. Should I see them in?
May's gonna message Karin really quick and say, by the way, I haven't had a chance to tell you, but that's my brother.
The Viscount, while the message is going on, because your reaction was a message and not a verbal, at that same time is going to go, oh, of course. Let him in, let him in. I wonder what he could want. And the butler bows and heads out. And you've got, however much time it's going to take that butler to go get these guys and lead them in.
I think May's actually gonna turn to them and say, I better let everyone know. Ikasi, Verith, it turns out I just found out that the White Shield's my brother.
Oh,
Your
we get to meet
brother?
your brother.
Yeah.
Another cousin.
White
Yeah.
Shield?
Well, then this will be a nice reunion, yes?
I've never met him before, and apparently he's been looking for me.
I didn't know you had a brother.
Wait, how did you not know I had a brother?
Well, well, you're right. Of course he knows you have a brother. Sorry. Whoa! Oh man, egg on my face.
He's the
Oh,
one that
I
helped
haven't.
rescue him.
I haven't seen your brother in a long time. I didn't know the White Shield was your brother. Sorry.
And neither did I until about maybe 24 hours ago, less than 20, not very many hours ago. Mhm.
The plot thickens.
So the
Because it's not already a very thick paste right now.
the butler comes to the door, and with him are two men. Or you assume the one is a man, but he is covered in full plate armor with a full helmet. And he does carry the eponymous white shield. It's a big shield, like normal knights would have a device on it, like their family crest, but his is just painted white. With him, he has another person who's clearly following him, like he was announced as the squire, who has golden hair and topaz blue eyes. You clearly recognize that second man from a dream you all shared. And some of you know that that's your friend Amarity's son. And some of you don't know that yet. And the butler announces them and leaves, and the two of them just kind of stand there in the doorway. And the more armored one looks over, and he just announces to the room, I have business with the one called Daisy. Would you prefer to do that here or in private?
I think May's gonna walk up to the white shield and just say, "Do I get to see your face?"
That is not a normal request, but
Well,
sure.
I haven't seen you
And
for
he
quite some time.
He takes off his helmet, and it's a half elf. And he's red haired, and all of you recognize him again from a shared dream that you had before. You're not too surprised because that's the person who was with the younger man. He takes off his helmet, and you say, "I haven't seen you in quite some time."
Yeah, I haven't seen you in quite some time.
You must be mistaken. We have not met. I am here on behalf of the librarian. You have come into possession of contraband.
The library. Does she know who the librarian is?
You can make a religion check.
Just look alone. That's May's not very religious. That's a 13.
So, the librarian is actually one of the gods who's easiest to know about because there was a gods' war between the gods 537 years ago. That's part of our story. The librarian is the only current god who was a god before then. So they're the only one who, like, survived that war. So a little bit more is known about them than any of the other new gods. So you know that the librarian is a god and they run a library. Like it's part of the name. Any more or less than that, you do not know.
Okay.
You might
She's gonna be
you
super-
might also remember that your buddy Jack had told you that he had checked a book out of the library and that he might get in trouble if it was taken. And then he left the room and then you took that book.
That book is currently not with me, so that's good. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. She's gonna try to reach out mentally and I guess hit a wall because he's, you know.
Yeah. You try to reach out mentally to him, like cast your message spell. And it's... So your friend Emerity, who you've noticed is not there anymore, has the ability to ignore you. This isn't that. You cannot get through. And it's like he's a wall or a globe or a book. It's like there's nothing for you to connect to there. Right now.
Okay. So she's gonna be like, great. And she's gonna look him in the eyes and just say, Minas?
I am the White Shield. Who is Minas?
Rose?
Please hand over the book and the locket.
The book and the locket? Oh gosh, what's she gonna call him? Rose. Rose, I'm your sister. You realize that, right?
I'm sorry?
I'm your sister.
Please hand over the book and the locket, and I will be on my way.
Why would you want my locket? And she's going to take it and open it and show the pictures of her and him and their sister. This is us.
It's
This
when the
is
younger
just
guy
an error.
kind of comes over, and he's gonna take a peek at that locket.
She's not going to let him get close enough to touch it, but
No.
she's going to have it.
Oh, core boss, that's a great fake, innit? I mean, that's a locket, but that's a nice painting. I wonder how she got. I mean, that's what my man looked like when he found me. You know, that's many years ago.
Yeah, this is us. This is me and my two siblings.
Right, right.
She's going to put the locket away and tuck it back into her dress. Because, you know, that's what you do.
The white shield is going to respond. I don't know what you've been told, and I frankly do not care. Please hand over the book and the locket, and I will be on my way.
Why would you want the... I mean, it's our family portrait, but why would... You don't seem to care that we're family, so why would you want it?
It is contraband. The enchantment upon that item is forbidden magic.
Forbidden magic. It's just a protection spell.
It's a very sophisticated protection spell.
So we're not allowed to be protected.
There are things that are allowed and things that are forbidden. Surely you understand this, princess.
She's gonna take a moment and look at him and give like a really deep curtsy. Yes, my prince. We're also royalty, apparently, as I just learned.
You could straight up insight check him, but it's pretty obvious that like he does not believe you.
It's a nat 20.
Oh yeah, like
He decent insight.
You did good on an insight check.
that's like
It's
a
the first
20 on
one
the
of
inside.
the whole
So
thing.
he didn't react when you called him Rose or Minus, like at all. That it's not like he's pretending. He probably has his own name that he thinks is his real name that isn't the White Shield. He was
Does she know his elven name?
I think Minus is his elven name.
Okay.
But yeah, he clearly does not know.
Okay.
And he thinks this is like an interesting ploy that you've chosen.
Okay. So she's gonna sigh, and apparently our sister's the only one who knew who any of us really were when she found our parents a few years ago. But I wish I knew high enough power magic to prove it. But you are my brother. We were all taken as children, you and I and our sister Kiadora, and hidden away for our protection when we were babies. And I mean, have you not met with Ileana? Did she not tell you that you had siblings?
Ileana
Ileana?
is another matter altogether. I have been tasked with revoking her library card. If you know where to find her, you should tell me.
There's so much I wish May knew right now. Ileana, wasn't she your mentor growing up? She went to visit you regularly.
I've met Ileana before, but she is no one to look up to.
Why do you say that?
I have been tasked with revoking her library card.
What library card? What's a library card?
A library card is what allows people to use the resources of the library. It's why you have to return the book and the locket, because you do not have a library card.
How do you get a library card?
It's not really my department.
She's like definitely like library card, library. This whole thing's interesting. She loves books. She is very smart. I've probably read every library in the conservatory at least 12 times. I don't understand what any of this means. I
apologize, but I am not here to help solve the mysteries of your life.
well, the mysteries
I
of your
will
life
need you to return the locket and the book, or I will have to take them from you.
Vareth is gonna kind of stand up. Like, you may be mistaken. We have not been to any kind of library, so I don't see how we could be in possession of any book that you're looking for.
He's not wrong. We haven't been to a library.
You can make a deception check on that.
Not lying.
You're not lying, but you're using the truth to tell a lie.
Darn it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh!
Look at me rolling high today.
Oh gosh, this is a good time if you're gonna do it.
He turns to the younger man and he asks, do they have the book? And those of you who are magically inclined can see the younger man cast a spell. And if any of you know detect magic, you know that that's what he cast. And he turns, he says, actually, I don't have the book. I mean, there's the locket, but no book. So the White Shield turns back to you and he says, the locket, please.
No,
This is not how I expected the first time meeting my brother to go.
Remind me, why do you need this locket again?
It is contraband. It belongs in the library.
Really? I didn't realize you could check out lockets from a library.
There's lots of things in the library.
Where is this library located?
The moon. Where else?
Of course. How would we have gotten something from the moon?
I don't know or care how you got it, but I see it around your neck.
Does it concern you at all that you've been tasked with getting an item from this magical library that's contraband that has a picture of you and I and our sister in it? How is it a fake? If this is what you want, it can't be a fake, which means you must be my brother. Don't you wonder why you didn't know that going in, that you were retrieving a locket that has your own picture in it? Does that not seem odd to you?
There are things we are supposed to know, and things we are supposed to learn, and things that do not help us.
So
I
knowing
have
who your family
questions.
is-
I have questions, but you do not have the answers. Do you?
Well, what is the question?
Will you hand over the locket?
Oh, he's good. That is a question.
Is that the only question you have?
So, Is he like vibing like major aggression right now?
He's not going to let you leave. I don't think you can roll an insight check. You can roll a vibe check. Okay. On a nat 20, he is perfectly 100% confident that he is leaving this room with that item. He doesn't want to have to beat you all up to take it, but he will. He is of supreme confidence that you cannot leave this room past him, and that if it came to a fight, that he would win. You're not sure if he's right or not, but that's what he thinks. And so
I think that
like, you could escalate this situation, and like trying to leave, he would stop you or try to stop you. But that's, yeah. Of course, she could just hand over the locket.
So Akasi is going to
I'm assuming. Oh, go ahead.
Akasi is going to like signal May to send a message to her.
Go ahead.
Okay, May's gonna open up a channel to everyone.
And Akasi's just going to say, "You've left him with many questions. If he wishes to come to you to answer them, perhaps give him the locket and let him figure out what questions to ask you."
Nope.
So this is a chat room, so everyone's in this chat room.
Yeah, I'm like,
now.
nope. Nope. First of all, no. He is no.
It may have pictures, but it also has very powerful protection magic, and if I take it off, my father will find me. Oh gosh, I haven't told you guys who my dad is. She's trying to do this all like while keeping a straight face. By the
Roll
way,
to keep a straight face.
we don't want that because my dad is.
Roll to keep a straight face. I think that's deception.
Deception? Okay, that is. Fortunately, she is proficient in that because I didn't roll so great. That's a 17.
Oh, you just beat his insight. He has a +2 in wisdom, and I rolled a 14. That's a 16. So you keep a straight face.
So while she's going to say, "We do not want my father to find us unless we want him to find us because he is the mind flayer." We'll talk about it later.
He's a what?
I'm not sure. I'm just really good with mental magic. Anyway, we don't want him to find us because he's really bad and he's messing with people in Abrezia and it's really bad. So we don't want him to find us. So we can't give him the locket. Although I would because it's got family pictures, but he doesn't seem the sentimental type.
So Ikarin is like, either we find a way around this guy peacefully or we're going to have to kick his ass.
I really don't want to kill my brother the first time I met him. My sister already threatened
Neither
to
do
kill
I. But if he's not going to let us out of here.
There is a side exit that Amerity left through. I saw her leave through it earlier. If we could find a way to distract him or temporarily incapacitate him, we could escape.
Now that we're talking about the room layout, everyone on stream, give me a second as I adjust. Sorry for anyone who has vertigo, but I actually made the room because I'm not a terrible DM. So I'll pull you over there and roll 20. So the room you're in, you've got the table and the sofas where everyone was having tea. Akasi and Vareth, you said you were off to the side. Down here at the bottom, we have the door where we've got the white shield and his squire, who you don't know yet calls himself the Blue Lance. Big old piano in the room. And the side door where Amerity left is over here. It's that rectangle there. So that's the room you're in and the area you're looking at. These rectangles all around are bookshelves, because it's a parlor, so there's bookshelves. And I drew my own map because I don't have the rights to the images that I was using elsewhere, so can't stream them. But hand-drawn maps. So continue your conversation. I just wanted to give you guys the layout of the room so that you kind of know where you're at while you're talking about side exits and getting past
it
people and
works.
that
It
sort of
works.
thing.
That may be an option. Also, I'm pretty sure that the boy is Merity's son. So we good if we didn't kill them both. I don't know where Merity went, but
Well, I wasn't saying kill them, but if he's not going to let us out of here, we're going to have to incapacitate him in some way.
I mean, I could give him the locket.
No.
That would
Ooh,
be really stupid, though.
yeah, you just explained that
Oh,
that'd
that's
be a
right, you
really
did. That would
bad
be a bad
idea.
idea.
I'm sorry, guys. It's been a really long couple of days. I've been looking for my family for my whole life, and I just
You know, not only
go.
not only all of this, but he owes you some respect because you outrank him.
That
I
is true.
don't
I am
think
the oldest.
rank matters to mercenaries.
You outrank his butt.
You are the oldest of the triplets, so you do outrank him. And our world doesn't have any of the like patriarchy BS of the real world. You're the oldest. Doesn't matter that you're a girl. You're the one who'd be set to inherit. So you totally
All the
outrank.
youngest siblings would know that the oldest does not outrank anybody.
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of
The
that too.
oldest by like 12 minutes. And now you're
That's
just-
debatable.
Oh gosh. I mean, yeah. So I mean, the Viscount should be on her side because she is the oldest. So technically, she outranks her siblings.
You could take a look at the Viscount and see what he's doing.
What is he
Political
doing?
Intrigue.
Yeah, roll an insight real quick.
That insight's not as good as the other one. That's oh gosh, where'd it go? That's a 12 insight. That's a little more my normal.
The Viscount is watching what's happening, and he it's hard to tell exactly what he's gonna do with everything he's learning, but you can tell he's learning a lot and he's interested.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be in the gossip circles. She's gonna glance at him really quick and just say, all of this is on the DL. That's not how she'd say it. None of this, what happens in this room or that I've said, leaves this room.
Your Highness, of course, I am the very soul of discretion.
Nikolai is going to turn to May and say, if you, with your permission, Your Highness. So he's seeking your permission to do something.
You should, yeah, what?
That he's going to turn to the Viscount and ask him to vacate the room.
The Viscount will stand. He'll bow gently to Nikolai and say, my prince. Bow deeper to May and say, my princess. And he's going to leave through that side door. And
Thank you.
For a couple of
Room.
reasons. Just so
May
he
is
doesn't
Had
just
hear
about
like,
it.
have
collateral
no idea
damage,
what's
thank
going
you.
But we
on.
don't want. I don't want to accidentally kill the guy if it comes down to it.
I don't think the succession runs the same way it does in the tribe.
Yeah, we don't want Ikarin to kill any more NPCs.
Exactly.
Okay. So May's gonna, after they've had this whole discussion, they're like, okay, so we're in the mental thing. We're in agreement. He's not taking the locket. We're gonna try and get out as peacefully as possible. But if it comes to it, we're gonna fight.
Well, if we have to.
So what's our plan to get away exactly?
it sounds kind of like time for initiative to me.
Oh no.
Dang it.
It sounds kind of like it's time to decide like what order things are going to occur in if they occur. Does
Well, I mean-
anyone want to fight me on that?
No, I
May's
think
gonna try one more verbal persuasion, and if that doesn't work, she's gonna be trying to get
yeah.
out the door.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all a surprise round to try one thing kind of
Oh, God.
before they get a good reaction. Does that sound fair to everyone?
Okay.
All right. So, and I mean, the White Shield rolled low on initiative anyway. Oh, shoot. I had the wrong. Man, why do I gotta screw things up? Okay, I've got Vareth on the initiative order.
Oh, I didn't click my darn it. I didn't click my token.
So yeah, you have to have your token
Yeah.
selected when you roll the initiative to put it into
Yeah.
the order.
Why does it say 10.15?
Because he's got tiebreakers turned on.
Uh,
So it's just here. Let's add turn for Nikolai,
Yeah.
and yours was 15.
There we go.
Mine was-
Add a turn for Akasi, and what'd you roll for Akasi? Oh, you've got yours on there already.
Yep.
What did you roll for initiative for May?
15.
Okay.
And let's hope it's not 30 by the next turn.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was so funny.
That
That
was
That
so
was
funny.
hilarious.
I got to like 100, I think. Just lightning fast. Speed of shadows.
I'm gonna screw with that just because it's gonna merge. All right. So that's not gonna happen. Vareth, you're gonna be up first. Chance to do whatever you want, kind of before things
okay.
get to getting.
All right, guys. I have an idea. Like, I'm still in the mental chat. What if I were to cast light on something and then throw it in their faces, and then we run through the door?
I love it. Like a flashbang.
Distraction.
What?
Hey, look, a distraction!
May's like evaluating the combat, like likeliness and effectiveness of that.
I'm all for us getting out of here without fighting, but I'm ready to do it if we need to. But yeah, I mean, I think we should try anything we can to get out without actually fighting this guy. But
Okay. So Barrett is going to kind of very subtly, like, reach into his pocket.
Okay.
He's going to grab 3 gold coins and cast light on them while they're still in his pocket.
I think right before he throws them, May's gonna be like, "Can I say one more thing to him before we start?"
Well, it's your turn next.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Oh.
So she's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it, and then she's gonna say something.
He could hold his action, but
Okay. Yeah. How about that? I'll do that. I'll hold my action to throw the coins until after she said what she needs to say.
okay. Cool. So May, say your piece, and then we'll have the coin toss.
She's gonna look at him and just be like very sincere and just be like, "I don't want to fight you, brother, but I can't let you take the locket. It's protecting me from Dad. Please don't do this. Please don't make me fight you the first time I've met you."
His response when you say fight, as he sighs and he puts on the helmet.
all right, Here we go.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll the attack roll for the coins. Just make a ranged attack roll.
Okay.
Freaking
Let's
paladin.
see how distracted these boys are by your
That
coin
would just
toss.
be D20 plus. What is my dexterity? My dexterity is +1. That's not great. All right. And I assume I'm not proficient in gold throwing.
I'll give you your proficiency bonus. You can take the +2.
Oh, cool. I legit almost typed that into Twitch chat.
Whoopsie.
There we go. Oof.
Yeah. You toss some really shiny coins at them. And you can tell they see them. They land a little short. But it's it clearly like they're distracted by seeing the fact that you did that. They're like, okay. And Nikolai.
I am going to just, while all of that's happening, I'm just going to move into a position where
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
none of my party members are in my way. So I have a clean line. I have a line of sight.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. Do you have
Until-
eyes on the map in Roll20?
Yes.
All right.
So I am going to.
So you should have control to move your character,
Okay,
because I don't
so
want to
I'm-
just decide that for you.
Let me get the whole map up. Sorry, it's not.
I literally just remembered my escape plan for our other thing that I should have used. Well, I guess she wanted to try talking to him one more time. She has an escape plan she'll call out to them when it's relevant.
On the map, is that May right there in front of him?
That is May. Remember, she said she walked up to the White Shield to talk
Okay.
to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can only go. Wow, this is a huge room.
It's a big parlor, yes.
Wow. Okay, well, I can only go to there, but that'll be okay for now. I should be able to get him if I need to.
So when you hold your action, you decide what your trigger is going to be and what you're going to do on that trigger. So
Yeah,
what's
my trigger will be him attacking one of my party members.
Okay.
And what will happen is, oh, come on, where'd it go? Gerd. It will not be shatter, everybody. Don't worry.
Okay.
And I
Everyone's like,
will-
oh God, oh God, oh God.
I will put Thunderwave to a minimum.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Where'd it go? Oh my God. Well, hold on. For some reason, my spells have disappeared.
Oh no.
What is going on here?
For now, we can just say you're going to cast a spell.
Yes,
that
I'm going to
trigger.
cast a spell. Now I
And then
gotta figure out where
I'll
they
let
are.
you decide at the time. Because I also
Okay.
did say that I was going to give you guys a surprise round. So it
Okay.
would be his normal turn next, but we're going to skip that and go to Akasi. He is, I will warn you guys have fought an intellect devourer inside a person before. He is a paragon monster. It works much the same way. He's got 2 turns when he goes. So he is represented as such. You'll figure it out. It'll be tons of fun. Don't worry about it.
Fun.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it. Odd definitions of fun.
Sounds like a time and a half.
Yeah, essentially he's 2 monsters in one body. It's all good. Anyway, it's Akasi's turn.
Great. And May is also in my way. So I'm just going to cast Shillelagh. Because that's all I can do right now.
You could definitely move if you want to get into a position that you think is more advantageous.
Let's see. I mean, anywhere I go, she is in the area of all area of effect spells,
That's
which is what I was planning on casting.
No.
But, you know,
May
But
is a
no.
sorcerer. She's really squishy. So don't do that.
No, I was planning on casting something to keep them in the same place, but it would do the same thing to you, so I can't cast it.
I mean, you still could.
Yes,
that-
but it would keep her in the same place and end whatever I planned. So I'm just going to stick with Shillelagh until, my fortunes change.
Okie dokie.
She'll move. Don't worry.
Then, because it's a surprise round, we'll skip the Blue Lance's turn, but the White Shield's Paragon turn is what opens us up. And the White Shield is going to reach out in front of him to May, and he's going to attempt to grapple you. So, athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Oh my god.
You have to beat a 19.
I was just gonna have her take a step back when she talked to him, but I totally forgot to say it. So, oh well.
Shenanigans.
Okay, we're gonna do acrobatics, which is a 17. What did he get?
He got a 19.
God.
So he reaches out with his free hand, the one that doesn't have the shield on it, to grab you by the arm, and he's got you. And while he's got you like that, he says, please, just hand it over. And that's his turn. And now it's Vareth.
Okay.
Actually, we
Shoot.
can call that an attack if that's going to provoke the held action that Nikolai has. Yeah, so you can go ahead and cast a spell.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Magic Missile
Okay,
and just right in his face.
for sure.
And maybe it'll break you loose, May, if it hits. Or if it,
So Magic Missile just automatically does the damage.
Yeah.
Um,
That's one. Ooh.
all right, so we're looking at a total of 10 damage there.
In his face. And his eye slit in his shield, in his helmet. Angered me.
Down, boy.
All right, so now it will be Vareth's turn.
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to try and move a little closer. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Guidance on May. So to break out of the grapple, give you an extra D4.
That's
next time you-
advanced strat, everyone, right there. That's pro tip right there.
Nice.
Because
So hopefully that'll help you break out next turn.
May's up, and as an action, you can try and break the grapple. Again, in athletics or acrobatics, but you'll get a +4 from that guidance. Or a plus 1d4, sorry, not
Yeah.
4.
And then I can, because that was a cantrip, I can still cast a spell as a bonus action that has a bonus action as its casting time.
Yes, you can.
So I will cast Sanctuary on May as well.
Ooh, remind me what Sanctuary does.
So essentially, if anyone tries to hurt May, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Mhm.
And if they fail, they have to either choose a new target or they lose their attack.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a good one.
it's a very good one. Okay, so May, you are up. If you want to use your action to break the grapple, you can. But it's an opposed roll. But you've got the guidance for it.
Okay. So she's gonna look at him and just say, "Let me go," and she's gonna pull back, and try to break. The whole wrap around the outside, try to break his.
Yeah.
She is.
Oh. Just to warn you, Blondie, his grip is like iron. That is a 19 on the die.
When I get a 1d4 added,
You get a
Yes.
1d4 added.
Come on,
Okay.
that 20.
I think as she's doing this, she's going to, if you'll allow it, give a little whistle or a sign or something to Ikarin that's I have an exit strategy, because she is going to cast magical darkness And if they're all close enough, get everyone out, and she'll be the only one who can see.
Okay.
So that's her next action, I guess.
But you have to beat a 22 to break the grapple.
Take that as a no.
That's a 13 plus, it's not even possible, 14. So if she has Sanctuary and he has to pass a Wisdom save, does he have to pass that to keep holding on to her?
No, I think
Only
it's
when he
her
tries to
attacks.
hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's trying to pull H, and she's let me go. I'm warning you. I don't want to hurt you. And she's gonna start to like the shadows are gonna be starting to like coalesce. She's getting ready to cast darkness. And she is going to cast Shadow Blade as her bonus action.
Okay.
So she's gonna like take a minute and just like make her little sign, and her Shadow Blade's gonna come out.
Yeah, so
and she's gonna
he's
be
got
like,
you by one arm, and you've got the shadow blade in the other.
yeah. And she's gonna be like, I don't want to hurt you. Let me go.
All right. Nikolai, your turn is up.
All right. So. Okay, I'm going to cast Thorn Whip
Okay.
on him, and let's see if I can grab him with this bad boy. Let's see if I know I can grab him with it. It's just a matter of.
Does he have to make a saving throw at all or anything?
No, it's well. Let me see. Okay, and no, it just says if the creature is large or smaller, I can pull him 10 feet closer to me.
Okay. So 10
But,
feet
yeah.
along that line would be there. I'm gonna have him roll to try and hold on to May while he gets pulled. May, you can make an acrobatics or athletics check to break the grapple while he's getting pulled away.
And he takes 6 piercing damage.
Actually, I'll even give him disadvantage on that because he is getting pulled. Okay. So much easier to beat this time. Only have to beat a 13.
Okay, because she got a 17.
Okay, gotcha. So that breaks his hold.
So she
Him
comes
being
back
pulled
and
away
pulls
by that
back.
thorn whip. Yeah. And now it's his turn. Is that the end of Nikolai's turn? Sorry.
Yes.
All right, so it's his turn. Let's double check. How far away Nikolai is. He is not happy that he got pulled away by you, Nikolai.
That's okay.
So over his shoulder, he says to his squire, "Take care of her." And he's just gonna calmly walk up the rest of the way to
Okay.
you, Nikolai. And he's gonna attempt to backhand you with his shield. Does a 19 hit your AC?
I'm going to yes, but I'm going to cast shield. Shield.
Okay.
But let me roll it out real quick.
So shield is +5 to your AC. So what's your base AC? Is it
18.
okay? Oh, so that brings you up to a total of 18?
No, it brings me up to a 23.
Oh, okay. Your base is 18. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so his shield bash bounces off your shield spell. But you could tell that he was going to hit you magically. As it bounces off the shield spell, there's a spray of like magic that sort of coalesces. He would have hit you really hard if that had hit you.
Yeah, I figured as much.
And he does have multi-attack. So his first attack, he hits the shield and it bounces off, and he just sort of grrr, and he goes to grapple you like he had May. He goes to grab you by the arm. So that is a acrobatics or athletics check from Icaron.
Okay. I don't think I'm good at either of those.
Yeah, and he is good. You've got to beat a 21.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to beat that. No way am I going to beat that bad boy.
Well, you could roll a nat 20 and always,
Well, that's true, but Let me see which one I am more. Okay.
You did it. Yeah, you are too tricksy for him. You just have to grab you. And you're like,
Nice.
nope.
Son of a bitch. Look at that.
Man.
I was sure. I was like, nah.
Karin is mad.
Yeah.
This guy just can't lay a hand on you right now. You know what? It's
Holy crap.
you're bobbing and weaving. His hands just can't hit what his eyes can't see, right? So
Yeah.
Akasi,
Zigzag, guys. Zigzag.
you are up.
Okay. Shenanigans. So Akasi is going to move in front of May
Okay.
because obviously she's the one that's got a problem. And she's going to hold. If Mr. Blue Lance tries to do anything, she will attack.
He's at this point, you're close enough to him. He's not carrying a weapon of any sort. I mean, it's his
It's
turn
a little
next.
magic.
You're about to figure out why, but just so you know.
Gosh.
I trust no one.
Good. Good. That's smart. That's real smart of you. All right. So then, up next, it is his turn. He sees you. He sees May. He smiles. He takes one foot step sideways into the doorway so that he's blocking off the door. And he casts a spell. It's very obviously a spell. And since you both have just seen May cast Shadow Blade, it's pretty obvious that the spell he cast is very similar to that. Only instead of being a blade made out of shadow, it is a lance made out of light. And clearly his magic is a blue sort of topaz color that matches his eyes. So he has literally pulled out a blue lance. And he assumes sort of a defensive position in the doorway there. And he says, right, so, I mean, you should hand over the fancy locket, but you're not going to, so let's see if more lance is better than your blade then. And that's his turn, because he had
So
to...
cute.
He had to disengage to take that step sideways and then bonus action and blah, blah, blah. So it's the White Shield's Paragon turn, as it happens to be sometimes. He's just going to try and slam Nikolai with less potent slams. Your AC is still elevated from shield because that's how it works, so he's going to miss both times. Vareth is up.
Okay. So I'm seeing the lance guy take a defensive position at the door. So he doesn't seem like he's going to attack unless he has to. It seems like the only aggressive one here is shield guy.
I will tell you, behind the screen, he just ran out of actions. He would have attacked, but he had to disengage to take that step sideways to get into the doorway.
Okay.
And then uses bonus action to some of the... So he was out of actions. He's going to attack. He just hasn't yet.
Okay.
He just threatened her with the lance. He just said, "Let's have your lance and my shadow blade."
Yeah.
Okay. How far away are you? Oh, yeah, you're definitely within range. Okay, so I'm going to cast Hold Person on the White Shield.
Interesting. Is that a save from him?
That is...
What kind of save?
Wisdom save DC 13.
He made the save.
Dang.
He rolled a
Rude.
16. Yeah.
It was worth a shot.
It definitely was. He happens to be proficient in wisdom saving throws.
That is all I can do for them.
Okay. May, you're up.
Okay. So she's gonna quickly call to everyone and be like, oh gosh, what's she gonna say?
Did you freeze, or are you just thinking that hard? Sorry.
No, I was just trying to think what she could say to not give away her. Okay, she's gonna say, no, because then she'd have to use the spell an action to use message, right? Or is her chat room still open?
You would have to spend the. I'd let you talk to your friends as a bonus action with the chat room open.
No, I think she's just gonna call out, stay close to me, and she's going to, like, the shadows are gonna slowly start to darken everywhere in the room, and then she's going to just like swing her hand, and the whole room's just gonna go dark.
As
Pitch
that
up.
starts, as the room starts
no.
going dark, you see the kid with the lance in front of you reach up his own hand and pull, and he counterspelled your darkness.
Kill him.
He says, "Oh, not to Dilith."
Oh, she's pissed.
There's gotta be something you can do.
She is pissed. She's gonna look him dead in the eyes and just say, I know your mother.
Oh,
And then she's gonna she's gonna take her saddle blade and she's gonna throw it at him.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this, but
Go ahead. You can throw your sword at him.
Oh gosh, Shadow Blade. Okay, sorry. I believe that is a 20 to hit.
Oh, a 20 will hit.
Okay.
The folks at home watching me on screen are seeing me set up these tokens to display health bars for myself because I didn't do that before. I just want my party to know that I'm, ill prepared and a bad DM, since everyone watching us is learning that I'm ill prepared and a bad DM.
You are not a bad DM.
You are not
No,
a
you're
bad
a great
DM.
That's why we're all here. Okay. Oh, that I rolled really well on that attack. I wish I had my advantage with darkness. That'd be cool, but I don't need it. So that is a 15 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. Nikolai's turn.
Okay, so who is? I'm assuming that is this Ikasi?
Yep.
Okay, and that's May.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. I just needed to know where everybody was.
Understood.
Okay, now. So I am going to. I don't want to do that. Never mind. Like, dang it.
You were going to cast Shatter, weren't you?
Maybe.
You were going to shatter the Viscount's nice piano, weren't you?
I was. I won't lie.
Look at how big that grand piano is. That
it
is
massive.
5, 10, 15,
Well,
20,
they
20.
call it-
That's a 30-foot grand. Do you know how much that thing cost?
It's a really big piano.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm sure the Viscount would be happy to send us the bill.
He said he would do anything.
Actually,
I don't think that includes forgive the debt.
Actually,
He seems like you're like the type of guy who wouldn't let us forgive a debt.
I actually can cast it and just miss May and hit this little guy in the doorway. But is that what I want to do?
I don't know. Is
don't
that
know.
what you want to
I mean,
do?
I can cast it. I can cast it and not hit you guys. But it'll do some damage to this room.
Let's try to say like maybe some sort of to destroy everything.
Okay, so are we still connected message wise?
Yeah.
Is that what we decided? Okay, well, you guys are going to hear me say fire in the hole. And I'm gonna cast it just to the right of him, where it will hit him, but it will miss May, and it will not get Akasi. It'll be too far away.
Gotcha. It's gonna blow that doorway he's in open a little wider to
Yeah.
that side for sure. He's got a con save to make because I do remember how this spell works because you use it all the time.
All the time.
He nat 20'd his con save, so he's gonna take half damage.
Okay. Let me get it to roll up real fast.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to Misty Step away from the white shield.
That's fair. That's
Which will put me...
probably not a bad move if I'm being
No.
completely honest.
No, I know. Driving and that will put me basically right there. Okay. That will basically put me right there-ish. It won't stay in the square. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
I'm standing on the couch, apparently.
If you want to be like kind of behind the couch, up like
Yeah,
about
that's-
there, you
yeah,
can
that's
use
what I
the
was
couch
trying to
for
do.
some cover.
That's what I was trying to do.
For
Like
sure.
behind over here
Yeah.
area, wherever that is right there in some of that area. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, for
that
sure.
was me.
Okay. The white shield, seeing you disappear, seeing you cast shatter. Oh, he's gonna turn back to his original plan. Move a little closer to May, who is still under the effects of Sanctuary, so it's a wisdom save if he wants to target her. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he made that save.
Dang it.
Can he stop making his saves, please?
Apparently he's
I
very
made him
good at
proficient
wisdom saves.
in wisdom saves because it fits his character so very well. So he, in his free hand, pulls out a ball of magic energy and he shoots it in a line. And I happen to know May's AC, but does a 17 hit?
She's gonna throw up shield.
Yeah. And so, which turns your AC to what for now?
Oh gosh, shield is a +5 to AC.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is, gosh, I need to get this girl efficient in armor one of these days. Stealth ABC, AC. So that, if I use it, it's a 17.
So Ty goes to the roller, so he'd still hit.
Dang.
Crap.
So you don't have to burn this spell slot because it's not going to work for you. But yeah, it wraps around you and it pulls you into him. And it's gonna deal 12 damage.
Okay, it's fine. I'm just a sorcerer. It's
And
good.
then he's gonna try and grapple you again.
Again?
Yeah, so that's 17 to beat.
Brothers, right? She's not impressed with family, by the way. I've seen her sister threatening to kill her in the... Oh, that's a... Hang on. What's that? Yeah, that's 12.
So he's got you by the arm again. And it's Akasi's turn.
Dang it. So, where is he in this?
Well, that didn't feel great.
No,
I'm not a big
I-
fan of my brother at this moment.
I would not be either.
You could just hand over the locket.
It
It all stop.
Ya can. I mean, you're the only person who says that it protects you from your father. You don't know that for certain.
Oh, she knows that for certain.
My
Dang
DM
it.
smile is on.
And that's why I said what I said.
So it's your turn as Akasi, crazy gamer lady.
God damn it. I'm trying not to want to use Thunderwave, but you guys are making it really hard. I mean, jeez. Oh, man. All I am good at is Thunderwave. You know what? I am going to
I
just...
feel your pain.
I know, right? It's not fair. I'm just gonna run up and smack him with a quarterstaff. Again, trying not to damage everything.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Alright. Quarterstaff with Shillelagh, actually. Because I did cast Shillelagh. Because I'm smart. A D8.
Well,
Plus
you have to roll
3.
to hit first.
Right. Shenanigans. That's all. I'm just calling shenanigans.
That's fair.
That's all. Just calling shenanigans.
A 21 will hit.
Who
though.
has feedback?
A 21 will hit.
Who has feedback?
Yeah, someone. We've got a real feedback loop. going.
Yeah, I was like a triple echo there.
Yeah, someone. We've got real feedback.
All right, someone has to unmute to see who it is. It's not me, I don't think.
I mean, I didn't change anything on my sound settings, but I'll try muting. I didn't change anything on my sound settings, but I'll try muting.
Oh, I know what happened. Hang on one second. Ha. Oh, I know what happened. Hang on one second.
Anyway, crazy gamer
Of course it's
lady,
Blondie.
Akasi can. You rolled a 5, so that would be 8 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I opened the stream in a new window and it didn't keep the mute. Sorry.
Oh well.
It's always your computer.
I know. It's challenging me, you know.
Okay. Anything else on Akasi's turn?
Not that I could think of off the top of my head.
Okay. The blue lance is going to follow you by like a step, but clearly has reach because from farther away than you would. He's going to try and stab you with his lance, and his first attack misses, but his second attack, what's Akasi's AC?
Akasi's AC is 17.
So you can take 17 radiant damage.
That's rude.
As he comes in and lances you.
Right, 17. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
These aren't little boys. The white shield is going to what's he gonna do? He's got me by the arm. Akasi's right there. All right, first thing is going to try and punch Akasi in the face real quick. But we'll miss with a 5. And then is going to attempt to grab for the necklace on May's neck and try and pull it off. We're going to roll this like it's a grapple check. So go ahead and make your athletics or acrobatics. He's less good at this on this turn.
Oh, phew. Okay, that's a 23.
Oh yeah, you
Nice.
you pull back and he can't get it. You get the feeling that if you could see his face, it would be frowny.
He puts on a little frowny face.
Yes,
I
very.
mean, he's trying to make an attack right, like her face. Like, yeah, no, she's just a protecting, vital
Gotta protect
area,
the grill. Yeah,
heart, everything.
it's the moneymaker up here, right? So,
I know.
all right, Vareth.
All right, so in the mental chat, I'm going to say, the blue lance has stepped away from the door. If I can cast Hold Person on him instead of the white shield, does anyone have a way to maybe incapacitate the shield so we can get away?
Because he's going to respond, as long as everyone can move back. Maybe.
I can try to keep him from following us. Let me see how this spell works again. Okay, I can try to force him back.
All right, let's give it a shot. And I'm going to cast Hold Person on the blue lance.
All right, so that is a wisdom save from him, correct?
Yep, DC 13.
Well, he rolled a 24.
Dang it!
Ow! God.
For heaven's sake!
Look, it's a lot. They're whisper rolls, but they're live in the chat. Someone back me up. He rolled a 24 on that wisdom save. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you got a bonus action and a move action.
I'm gonna say in the men's chat, well, that didn't work. Anyone else have any ideas?
I have one.
Speaking of the number one idea person, it is May's turn right now. Currently grappled.
So as she's doing that, she's gonna look at her brother right in the eyes, and she's gonna start to whisper, and the shadows are gonna kind of coalesce. And like as she says that, her hands, like the area is gonna start to shine a little bit, and an image that he finds terrifying is going to come into his mind. And she's casting Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, is that a wisdom save?
That is I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing. I don't. Yeah, no, that's a wisdom save. So.
And what's your spell save DC?
It is. I always mix hers up with my other character. It is 15.
He made the save.
Dang it.
And I think you noticed, because this is a sort of mental magic that you're doing on him, you hit that shield of his again.
Oh, I had asked you that in the chat, like he was just... Okay, yeah, so he's still... Yeah, so he doesn't have to move away. Darn it. Okay.
And he does still have you by the arm. I will let you use a bonus action to try and break that grapple if you want.
Okay. Should I have her try to break the grapple, or could she use her Shadow Blade to try and like hit his arm to force him to let go? I'm trying to decide which one would be.
So mechanically, either way, you're trying to break the grapple. You can make an attack to try to do damage, or you can try and break the grapple. But either way, mechanically, it's the same thing. Or like they're two different things.
Okay, so she's gonna make an attack with the Shadow Blade at his arm to let her go. She told him to let her go.
To try
Also,
and get him to let her go. Okay. So what would the attack roll be?
Taken 6 points of psychic damage, or from the Dissonant Whispers. So he doesn't have to move away, but he does take half damage.
Oh, he still does take half damage. Okay.
Yeah. Then, okay, yeah, so she's going to make an attack with Shadow Blade. Oh, dang it!
Throw those dice in jail.
Ah! Ugh, it's an 11 to hit.
Yeah, no.
So she's trying to pull back, and she hits his arm with the shadow blade, and I guess it just
Things
doesn't
off.
do anything.
You go to like hit his arm with the shadow blade, but he pulls at the right second, so you would have hit your own arm, so you pull back instead of, cutting your own arm off.
Is that the natural one?
Please don't cut your own arm off.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
I would be very disappointed if you cut your own arm off.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
she's still struggling against
someone
it,
would
but
have to
it's
build you a prosthetic, and speaking of that someone, it's Nikolai's turn.
Okay, so. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna fire in the hole, everybody. Fire in the
no.
hole. Yep. I'm gonna cast Shatter again, just behind the white shield guy there, where it's only gonna hit him,
Okay.
and it might. I don't think it will.
So
Nice.
I love this because no matter what, you're going to do enough damage to get rid of his Paragon turn. Because remember, he's like 2 monsters in one right now, so you're going to blow that second turn off. And as himself without the Paragon turn, his AC is much lower. So when you hit him with that shatter, big pieces of his armor blow off. And I think the helmet is removed from his head too, as like the faceplate falls off. And he's left without a lot of his armor now. He's still got that big shield in his hand. But you've gotten past his 2-turn self and are now down to his 1-turn self. And I'm going to let the extra damage carry over into him as well. But now he'll be easier to hit. His AC's lower. And he's been fighting you as himself for a while too, so you remember what the regular him can do. But he's not going to get that second turn anymore. You've moved past that portion of the boss fight. Good job.
Yay!
Yay!
Take that, you bastard.
Yeah. Any movement or bonus action from you?
No, I'm gonna stay right where I'm at and just hang out there.
So he's pissed. So for the
Maybe just smile at him just a little bit.
for the first time, he's gonna try and hit May with his shield.
Oh, great.
She does
She
still have
smiled at him.
Sanctuary.
So I know a 17 hits your AC for the first
Did he
attack.
get past Sanctuary?
Ooh, that's right. He's got to try that first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which, we haven't been keeping track of
What's
turns.
the
That only
what's the
lasts for 10
DC on
turns.
Sanctuary?
Oh, it's the 13.
Okay, he made it.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Okay, wisdom saving throws don't work on this guy.
unfortunately not.
not
So
very
his
well.
2 attacks are a 17 and a 24, which both hit.
Even with shield, so that's
Yes. For a total of 31 damage on May.
Dang.
Rude.
Yeah, no, she's out. Well, oh no, hang on. She does have her shadow sorcerer ability that I've never had to use before. So
So I think she's
Let's
up with
pull that.
1 hit point, isn't she?
if she passes, it's not the best, and I wish we could reformat it a little bit because it's not useless, but it's not great. So okay, starting at first level, 0. You can make a charisma save. Yeah, it's. I don't know if we could ever homebrew to make this actually useful, but you have to make a DC save 5 plus the damage taken, so it really only is useful against low damage, which isn't that useful. Oh, is it radiant damage?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and it doesn't work on radiant damage either. So that's kind of useless. It's good. Because I can't roll more than a 36. So, and I got a nat 1 anyway. So May is unconscious.
Yeah,
She just
he is
drops.
not doing kill you damage. He's doing knock you out damage, so you don't have to make death saving throws. But May is
So he's pulling
clearly
her arm and she's like on the ground.
May is clearly unconscious in his in his arm now. And it's Akasi's turn.
Is she like on the ground, or is he like holding her now?
He's kind of holding you up. Have you ever? I don't know how much like fight sports you watch, but have you ever seen like a boxer go unconscious on their feet?
Maybe no.
Yeah, you probably like fell to your knees, but he still got you. You're clearly not dead. You're alive, but you're not moving. You might think bad concussion.
No, I don't even want to think about concussions. I've had too many. But yes, yep. That's gonna go really well with everything else she's got going on in her head right now.
Akasi.
So I am going to use Hungry Jaws, which lets me bite as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm. 17's gonna hit him.
Yay! And then I get temporary hit points equal to my con modifier.
Cool. And then you're also gonna deal some damage, right?
Yes, I am. That's not right.
So if you click on the name of the attack, that'll roll the damage.
There it is. Okay. 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I am, you know what? Just because she's already biting him, just gonna bite him again. I don't know if a 13 gets him.
I have to double check. 13 does not.
Okay.
His armor class is lower now, but not quite that low.
Oh gosh.
Kind of like a crocodile bite. Goes down. The first time is great. The second time, going up isn't as easy.
Yeah.
Don't let him get the locket, Akasi. I can't say anything because I'm not dead, but
Yeah.
not coherent. Not conscious.
I currently have my teeth in his arm or shoulder, so you know, I don't think you have to worry too much about that.
The blue lance on his turn is going to attack Akasi.
Again.
21 hits, I think.
It's too high. Sorry, you have to roll lower.
For 7 damage.
Okay, I'm not
and then
happy
I
with
think
that,
the
but
24 hits for an additional 12.
Goodness.
I am down.
Again, not trying to kill you, you're just unconscious.
Yep.
He steps up next to the white shield, puts his hand on the white shield's shoulder, and clearly they're planning on doing something soonish. Vareth, it's your turn. You have 2 unconscious party members.
All right. So
Let's go, cleric.
I'm going to move up here.
Yep.
And I am going to cast. Let's go with Cure Wounds on May. Sally 6. So you get back 11 health.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
This one goes to 11.
Okay.
Okay, and any bonus action? Yeah, no, that was a 1 action spell. All right, so that I should have used Healing Word instead.
Well,
okay,
so to remind you, the rule is you can't cast another spell of a level after you bonus action cast a spell with a level. So if you cast Cure Wounds first, you can also cast Healing Word that same turn. As long as you cast Healing Word second.
Those are both first level spells, though I wouldn't be able to cast them.
No, you can't. It's after you cast a spell with a bonus action that has a spell level, you can't cast another spell of a level.
Oh,
But if
I
you
thought one of
cast
them
the
had to
spell
be a
with the level
cantrip.
first, you can bonus action cast second. It's a really tricksy rule.
Well, then I shall
It's,
also.
it's really just there to not let sorcerers do like super tricky spam move with True Strike. It's really like this one-off case that it's to prevent. But you can cure wounds and then healing word, for sure.
Then I shall also healing word Ikasi.
Yay!
That sweet
And you get
cleric
back 9.
goodness.
I appreciate that so much right now.
My pleasure. All right, and that takes my turn.
So now it's May. You're
Okay.
you're awake again. Like, whoa, that was something.
Comes to like that was a really harder hit than I've taken in some time. She is going to. Yeah, she's ticked. She's going to use. Nope, don't want that one. I'm guessing she lost her shadow blade when she went unconscious. So she is going.
It's a concentration spell. I think you lost it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I haven't been making you roll concentration on it, and I don't think I'm going to. But I think going unconscious will make you lose it.
Yeah. So as she comes to, she's going to look up at the white shield again, and she's gonna start to try and pull away, and she's actually gonna cast. Why does he have such a good whiz save?
Why does he have such a good wisdom modifier? I don't know. Maybe because that's specifically
but is he
how
an
he's
idiot?
built.
That's the real question. Because she's gonna, instead of casting the other one, she is going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip. And she's ticked, and she wakes up and comes to her head spinning, and she's gonna lash out psychically at him.
Okay,
And he has to make an intelligence saving throw.
He is nowhere near as good at those. Oh
Yeah,
Excellent.
he's afraid of the
boy!
family.
Yeah, he rolled a 3 on that. What you doing to this boy?
Yeah, so he takes 3d6 psychic damage, and he can't take a reaction until the end of his next turn. And on his next turn, he has to choose whether he gets a move, an action, or a bonus action, and only gets one of the 3.
Wow, that's
This is a
Dang.
freaking awesome
so roll that
spell.
damage.
That is beautiful.
Seriously.
Oh, and I rolled really well on the damage. May's waking up, and she's got a splitting headache, and she is pissed. This is her freaking brother. That is 12, 16 points of psychic damage, and then she's going to reach out and cast Shadow Blade again. And how's he doing after the psychic attack? I mean, I should ask that first.
I mean, he's still up.
Yeah, she's gonna pull at her hand and make another attack and say, "I told you to let us go," as she like lashes out, and then she's gonna take her Shadow Blade and make another attack with that.
Okay.
Which is 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Remember, his armor's all screwed up.
Yeah. Well, even without that,
Yeah.
26. So you know
It's a thing.
that's a thing. Whew, that is. Where's my D8? There it is. Okay. 7 points of psychic damage again. So just like massive amounts of psychic damage.
Yeah.
All the psychic damage. Have all of it. Just every one of it.
All right. And I believe that's a turn. So Nikolai.
And she hit his arm, by the way, to try and loosen his grip.
Oh, she.
Sorry, I should have said that
Okay,
before.
I'll have him
tried
make
to
a-
say she was still trying to get loose.
He's still gotcha.
Ugh. Freaking brothers.
All right. Nikolai Ikaron, and you're muted right now.
Okay.
You've been speaking.
Yes.
So any
Okay.
consolation, sisters aren't much better.
Well,
Yeah, I've noticed that yesterday.
Yeah, your siblings suck.
Seriously. Mine just
All right.
gaslight.
So here we go. One last time, everybody, with Shatter. And this
Oh,
time
gosh.
I'm going to cast it behind where I could catch both him and the blue lamps together.
yeah, for sure. I'm
Rip
not
Grand
even
Piano.
surprised. They both made their save, but they'll take half damage each.
It's coming. Let me get it to roll. So they each take 7.
Okay. And yeah, that piano's ruined.
That's okay.
I
Karen's not a
didn't
fan
think
of the
you were
piano.
too concerned about the state of the piano.
I'm not.
Akasi isn't, but Nicole is.
Right.
Exactly.
Crazy gamer lady is saddened by the state of this piano.
Any move or anything else?
I am going to. Yes, I am going to move a little bit here. Let me grab my. I think it's right there. I think it's right there. Let me double check, but I think that's it. That's one more square. So right there. That'll be me.
All right. The white shield is going to choose to make an action on his turn. He is once again going to try and pull off that necklace. So go ahead and make me an acrobatics or athletics check for May.
That's aggressive.
Isn't he out yet? Come on. I was like,
No,
what?
you gotta beat a 20.
20 some odd points of psychic damage on that turn? And then the shatter? Okay, so that is a... 19?
So he rolled a 20. So
Oh.
he gets it. So when he pulls off the necklace, you immediately feel your mind connect to his. And you immediately get the sense of the psychic network that is in place in Freeport. So I want you to make a wisdom saving throw, an intelligence saving throw, and a charisma saving throw. And they're all going to affect different things.
Okay, in order?
Yep.
So let's do wisdom first. Yeah, May's wisdom saves are great, but also everything she rolls that has to do with wisdom, she just rolls really badly. It's really, that's a 5 on the wisdom save.
So the effect of this all, with the 5 on the wisdom save, is going to knock you back out. You're going to go unconscious after all of this happens. Now roll the intelligence and the charisma.
The intelligence, of course, she did well in the intelligence, which she also is really good at. That's a 23.
So you get a really good picture of the network that your dad has placed in Freeport. Just in this second when it first hits you. You can kind of feel where your sister is. You can tell there's not just one more intellect devourer in town. There are 3. There's the one you know of, and there's 2 others. And there's also this thing that feels like if the psychic network were a Wi-Fi network, there's a hot spot. There's a thing that's kind of the bigger broadcast channel. And you can't tell exactly what it is, but you know that it is somewhere here on Farside.
Okay. Cool. And you said charisma?
Yep.
Good thing she's good at those, but still not great. That is a 16.
So you can tell that you and your brother's minds connect as part of this, as part of the shock. The shock of you being exposed to this network and being in close proximity with him and him taking the necklace and all of that is punching through to him. And on a 16, you know that he now knows that everything you told him about you being siblings is true. And on a 16, you know that he knows more about the Mind Flayer than you do, and that he is very upset to learn that that's his dad. And he is very upset with the librarian for keeping secrets from him in the same way that you're upset with your mentor.
So we're both a little ticked right now, librarian and the Ileana.
Yeah. and he lets go. Like as you pass out from this, as you fail the wisdom save, and you can tell you're fading to black. He lets go, and you gently fall onto the floor.
So everyone sees him pull off the necklace, and May immediately goes out. So that probably confirms her whole protection thing.
And it's Akasi's turn.
So Akasi has no idea what the hell just happened. She just saw him grab a locket and she is down for the count. So, holy crap. Akasi is going to... Why did I not think of this the entire time y'all were talking?
There's a lot going on. It's interesting. I had the same problem. I was like, oh, I'm not going to go this. Oh, hang on.
So, I kind of want to take both of them down in one, but I know it's probably not going to happen. So I am just going to, again, use the Shillelagh Quarterstaff on the white shield.
Oh, that'll hit.
Yay! And it'll do 7 bludgeoning damage. And that's all I can think of.
Okay. On his turn, the Blue Lance, with his hand still on the shoulder of the white shield, drops the spell that is his Blue Lance. And he reaches behind him, and he creates a magical portal. And he pulls back into it and brings the white shield with him. And for those of you familiar with the spell Dimension Door, that's what he has cast. And they are gone.
Rude.
This is really bad, guys.
You think?
Manwood may have liked to talk to her brother before he left after knowing that, but he's gone now. And he has the locket, and she does not, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
So now that they're gone, does the Viscount come back, or is he still giving us our privacy?
Oh, he's still giving you... He heard the shatters. Chances are he's not in this house anymore.
He heard the shatters and he's currently on the phone trying to get another grand piano. Or the closest thing he's got to a phone.
He may be rethinking helping May get music lessons.
Those who are conscious can roll an insight check to guess what he might be up to. Yeah, Akasi has no way of knowing. What's the squishy gonna do?
I mean,
Verith, he's gonna go get the guards. You're not sure which guards. Like, he might go get the Duke's guards, or he might go get, like, the police, but, like, he's gonna go get someone who's, like, armed and has a badge to deal with this.
Okay. So I just kind of screaming out the door, "Guards, come quickly!"
He wants the guards to come?
I don't know if Verith wants the guards to come or not, but I think he knows that the Viscount would go get the guards, having heard a couple of shatters
we
go
we
off.
don't want the guards to come?
Well, I don't know if you do or not.
May's
Verith
unconscious,
might.
and she can't tell you that, but...
May is unconscious and there is a lizard folk with blood in her mouth.
Okay, so I might take back that action. I thought we wanted the guards to come. So we want to get out of here then.
Yes.
I don't like going to
I can't say
jail.
anything.
So I think Ikarin is going to be, or Nikolai is going to be like, okay, Verith, can you grab May?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And let's get the hell out of here.
Whee!
My apologies. I thought we wanted the guards. I thought the Viscount was helping
And
us.
I think Nikolai has enough experience with, like, wealthy manors to find the servants' back entrance and that sort of stuff. May will wake back up. When you do, you can still feel the psychic network, but it's not as strong as when it first hit you. but you can just sort of vaguely tell that, like, yeah, there's your sister's in town. You can kind of feel what she was talking about when she said your brother's a blank spot. Like, you could, like, you don't know exactly where he is, but you could kind of like point to him maybe. You feel that there's 3 intellect devourers in town, not just the one. And there's that hotspot. It's a lot harder to place now. It's somewhere in here on far side, but who knows what that thing is?
Okay, so she wakes up as Vareth is carrying her out.
Yeah, I think because it makes the best sense dramatically that you like kind of wake up as you guys are hurrying out the back door. Is kind of when you come to.
Okay, so she comes to. She kind of like. She's still not at like a lot of hit points, even though she's conscious. So she comes to. She's like, "What? What happened?"
Well,
She's being
assuming-
carried. She's like,
I
You got the
assuming,
locket.
assuming we are running, right? It's like-
Yeah.
okay. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't stop. I was like,
this is the
keep going.
talking while running.
okay, good. I was
Yeah.
like, keep going.
And he got your locket, and then you dropped like a sack of potatoes.
yeah, at that. I think I might know kind of where he's at. We need to get that. I think we need to get that back. I don't know how to get
Well, where would we find him?
that. DM, whereabouts the dark spot?
From where you are, pretty much what you know is that he's back on the other side of the harbor. He's back on one of the terraces somewhere. It would be it'd be really hard to tell his exact position unless you got close to him or unless you had some way to like triangulate it or something. But like he's somewhere on that other side.
He's back. He's back on the other side. She's like her head splitting because I'm guessing that's where she got hit. I think if we got closer, I might be able to use Thaddeus to maybe help locate him.
First things first. We got to get healing.
Seriously. Let us not end up like Jasper, please. Okay, thanks.
I don't know what May thinks about the fact that she's being carried, but I don't know.
Let's get back to the Five Florium Emporium and get some health.
Did Sweet Tea freeze?
Uh-oh.
Sweet Tea, are you frozen or are you just... Oh, there he moves.
No, there you go.
Yeah, I think I just froze for a second. That was weird.
You were just like happily thinking for a
You
long
weren't.
time. It was
I thought
great.
you were just pensive and then you
There's-
weren't moving.
Okay, so I guess did y'all hear what I said or no?
No,
we didn't
No.
hear you.
I said I'm a little low on spell slots, but I'll see what I can do when we get somewhere safe.
We can just go get healing potions.
I think we should get back to the Emporium.
Yes.
Get back to the Emporium.
So it's just a quick gondola ride back to the Emporium. I think you guys notice, sort of as you're at the gondola, that a group of the Duke's guards seem to be congregating around that street where you guys left not too long ago. But you're going to get a chance to hop in the gondola and go away and get back to the Emporium. You guys can go back up to your rooms. You can talk to the other people there, kind of whatever you want. It is still the middle of the day, so they're working in their shops if you want to go talk to the other NPCs, or you can just go to your rooms.
I'm going to
Has
suggest
Barrett,
that all...
Barrett ever put May down?
I don't know, but I think he froze again. Nikolai's going to suggest that those who need healing go up to the rooms, and he'll grab healing stuff and bring it up.
Yeah, Akasi's gonna cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay, for sure.
She was hoping not to use that, but
And you can have done that at
shenanigans.
any point during your walk and all of that.
Yep.
Nikolai, you know for sure that you can buy healing potions at the apothecary. You do notice that it is spring behind the desk and not winter, but she's turned back into spring.
Hello, spring.
And she will charge you 20 gold per healing potion.
All right. Are these just regular greater
Yeah,
or
they're like regular, like out of the player's handbook healing potions.
okay, 4d4 plus 4?
Yep.
Okay.
No, I think it's 2d4 plus 4 for the
Or is
basic.
it 2d4 plus 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're basic healing potions. Okay. Then I'm going to buy. Who all needed healing? Who needs healing? I didn't
It'd
take any
be
damage.
I didn't
Akasi
take any
and
damage
May.
Okay, so I'm going to buy 4 for each of them.
Okay. Yeah, so you can mark down 160 gold.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
She will remark, "You're going to be good clients, aren't you?"
At
Well,
this
May
rate,
has her little railroad spike too. I don't know if she'll use it on herself.
As long as you keep the healing potions stocked.
I'm very much like, why use your slots and specialties when we can just get potions? I mean, we've got plenty of money. I mean, I've got plenty of money anyway, but it's like, well, technically you do too, May, Your Highness.
I don't know if she has access to it, but technically,
Yeah, I don't. You're not very
You're right.
liquid right now. Your assets are a little bit tied up.
it's like my house. It's not a liquid asset. But
Could
there's a
be
lot.
credit. Who doesn't give royalty credit?
Well, I mean, she's got to prove she's royalty first, and
That's fair.
I mean, a couple of forms of ID, and what forms of ID does she have on her? I mean,
Picture
she has
ID.
the
That's
PR.
not many
What more does she need?
Okay.
I mean, she's got this, so you know.
she's got a
If it's even
tiara.
still there, it may be back at the Viscount's house after that fight.
So I'm going to go up and hand out the potions to Ikasi and May. And then I'm going to go back to my room and change my clothes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Jasper.
Oh yeah, she's still in that stupid
actually-
dress with that tight corset. It's just like almost dies twice.
All this running through with,
So
running
when
the
you
streets in
when
formal
Ikaron
wear.
when you go back to your room where Jasper was, you see he's not in his bed.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
The window's also open.
Is there any
Eat
sign
dish.
of a struggle or
No.
so it looks like he just left?
Yeah.
Son of a gun. This kid.
It's gonna be the death of all of us.
Hey.
I mean, you don't. He may not have gone far. Who knows? But
All right. Well, I'm going to look out the window. Do I see anything? Do I see signs?
yeah. Make a perception check real quick.
I was like, oh, God. Is he just sitting out there on the edge? That's like 18.
Fell out the window and broke his legs.
Yeah. You look around and is he sitting out there on the edge? Who knows? And as you go back in, you sort of turn and you look up, and what you notice first is the trail of smoke, and you see him and he's smoking some sort of hand-rolled cigarette sitting on the roof. And he sees you and he gives you a little wave and he says, I guess I owe all you guys a thank you.
And he's going to, sure. He's going to acknowledge it, but he's going to be more like, I think you owe other people a thank you more so than like myself. So like, I'm going to tell him that he probably owes May the biggest thank you because she's the one that pushed us all to come find you. And not that we didn't want to find you, but she was very, very adamant.
He'll say, I vaguely remember Amerides showing up. I think.
Yes. Merity is unfortunately not with us at the moment,
Okay.
but she will be back soon.
He nods. Do you tell him that May is currently injured?
I would probably not say that she's injured. I'd probably say that she's resting.
Okay. He
You don't want to give away too much information.
Okay, for sure.
Old habits die hard.
You do notice that, remember, he had sort of long curly hair and had the tips frosted, sort of
Yes,
bleached.
could not forget it.
He's had a haircut since
Oh.
you like put him in bed to stay, and since now. And so his hair's cut much shorter, but it's just down to his dark natural hair now.
Oh, okay. I will compliment him on his haircut.
He says, "Oh, yeah, it's Letty. She does good work.
It suits you.
Thank you."
Looks a lot better than the ramen.
Yes, indeed. So, Nick, he's going to ask him, so why are you out here on the roof smoking? I'm going to sniff. Do I know what he's smoking?
You can roll either a perception or arcana check on that.
I rolled a 10 on Arcana.
There's any number of different sorts of herbs or whatever that can be ingested via smoking that might have any number of effects on him. His response to you will be to say, "Oh, Letty gave it to me for my nerves."
Fair enough. Nikolai is going to say, I would not hang out on the roof for so long. And I will leave it at that. And then I will go back into the room and change clothing.
So I know you guys have sort of separate rooms. Did Akasi and May go into the same room to sort of do your healing potions and all of that?
So I think May went back to hers in Amarity's room where her stuff is and got out of that freaking corset, because I think after all of that
just
bludgeoning damage, that probably really hurts to still have. So
PSA, tight lacing is something only high society people do.
Yeah, she but mine
Probably
manages
would
to
need help.
somehow get out of that corset on her own, I think. And
Very impressive
Yeah,
fighting in
That
that.
is impressive.
as you're
that-
struggling with it, Thaddeus will pop up and say, hey, mom, do you want help with the knots?"
oh, yeah, can you help with that?
And he will climb down your back and untie the knot and loosen it for you.
Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. And she's gonna like finally breathe.
Go start in the middle.
Ripped. Ugh. And she'll like, change, get back into like her normal, like kind of casual street clothes and take 3 of the healing potions and save 1, I think. And tuck it away. And then kind of try to, get cleaned up so, not covered in, blood or whatever from the fight. Although it's a lot of psychic stuff, so I don't know how bad.
Well,
and then
when
I
he
think
hit
she's
you
gonna-
with the shield, like he hit you with the shield.
So that was probably something
So
related.
it's a physical, yeah.
Yeah.
He maybe broke your nose.
Maybe, he
probably.
says.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, it's kind of like hitting the head because that would, the splitting headache. Yeah, so I think like she didn't take the last healing potion because it would have been slightly overkill. So I think she's still like, the nose is like fixed and she's like cleaned up most of it. But I think she's still got like a little bruising and stuff, like, around her eye and her nose and whatever, wherever she got hit with that stupid shield for others. And then I think she's going to go out and try and find a Karin because they have a lot to talk about.
Does Vareth want to check in on his patients?
Yeah, that'd probably be the best idea. So, and I assume by my patients, you mean the 2 ladies, not Jasper, who was my previous patient.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna just get a little knock on Ikasi's door first. They're in the same room.
We're not in the
I
same
think they're
You're
in
not in the
different
same-
rooms now, yeah.
Okay,
they
then I
went
was right the
into-
first time. I'm gonna knock on Ikasi's door first. Hello?
Come in.
Just making sure you're decent.
she's already changed into her normal outfit.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I hate losing.
Yes, I suppose it is a terrible feeling. But you survived, and that's what's important. And remember, victory does not always come before defeat. It can also come after. That didn't make any sense, but I thought it might be comforting.
Made tons of sense. I was about to be like, man, Varys with the wisdom.
Yeah,
Deep. That was deep.
Seriously.
All right.
But Akasi does kind of give him a side-eye glare. Because it's like, yeah, that may have been intelligent, but still, I don't like losing, so stop bringing it up.
Oh, wait, hang on. By the way, I actually have something for you. And I pull out the dead rat that May killed the other night. He's like, I figured you might want to eat this at some point.
She kind of holds it up like, he means well, he means well, he means well, he means well.
Yeah, like you've been getting prepared food at the tavern with everyone every night, right? Like lizard folk can eat whatever you want, but you're also in a place where someone will make you a meal.
Yeah, but there are also times when the food of their homeland is appreciated as well.
Oh, that's true.
Cranium rat. I'm sure they eat those. All the lizard folk eat cranium rats all the time.
Well, I mean, they were more of the nature of whatever else was lying around. Thank you.
Well, if you're feeling better, I'm going to go check up on May.
Mm.
And
So
I'm going
do you-
to close the door behind me, head over to May's, give it a nice little knock.
Yeah?
May I come in?
Yeah, come in.
Excellent. How are you feeling?
I felt better, but I'm okay. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. I didn't take a single hit in that whole kerfuffle, but
Thank you for not bringing that up to Akasi.
Usually May after a fight, but she doesn't bring it up.
You fell unconscious as soon as he took the amulet off, the pendant off of you. Lock it. Are you okay?
So she's still got like this whole network thing in her head, right?
It's less shocking than when you first connected to it, but yeah, you can feel that like you've got 5 bars on your Wi-Fi signal.
I'm okay-ish. I think I'm adjusting to what it was protecting me from, but I'm still very concerned that that my father could find us now,
Can you
as well as
feel
some of the
him?
other beings in this town. What?
Can you feel him?
Can I feel him? She's gonna think about that for a second.
That would be like an Arcana check.
So as he says that, she's gonna she's still getting like, I've got all these different things everywhere bouncing around, and she's gonna think about it for a minute and try to focus. And that is that's a 16 Arcana.
It feels like his attention is probably elsewhere right now. You can feel the network, but you feel like that hotspot, that tower, is definitely sort of connecting him to this place. He normally wouldn't, like, he must have a limited range, but this is his booster, right? So he probably has to try or like put some effort into it to connect out this far. So he's not currently, but like he could. It's hard to say, like, and you're not even sure if you'd feel it if he was looking at you per se in the moment. Maybe you'd have to check for it. It's very new to you at this point.
Can she reach into that network the other way and like backtrack, like reverse?
You could totally try that.
Okay, she's gonna try that really quick.
You're gonna try that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, make an Arcana
She's
check.
curious. What check?
Arcana.
Another Arcana.
Yep.
Yeah, her head's still reeling from that hit with the white shield. That's only a 10.
You reach out into the network. You find that tower thing, right? And you go to reach out further. And you feel a block slam right in front of you. And you hear your sister's voice say, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" And you're kicked off the network.
Oh, rude.
It's there.
Change
You
the
can't
Wi-Fi
connect.
password.
She has changed the Wi-Fi password, like Crazy Gamer Lady just said.
So as that happens, she's, well, not now.
Are you okay? I kind of asked you a question. You just kind of froze there for a bit.
I'm sorry. I was testing to see if I could find him. I've never met him. I think I need to talk to Karin. I don't know if he's looking. I don't think he's looking right now, but that could change. We really need to find a way to get that locket back before it ends up wherever my brother was taking it.
Oh, you said you might have an idea as to where he is, yeah?
Yeah.
Where is that?
She's gonna kind of like think for a minute and try to like find that dead spot again.
So let's imagine that you're you, as you, and where you are, and that you could just feel that something was like 5 miles southwest of you, but you don't necessarily know how long is 5 miles and what's exactly southwest, and you've never been to this town before. You don't have MapQuest or Google Maps. You could tell the direction,
MapQuest.
and you can feel he's like X amount far away, but you really don't know what that far away means. You're not from this. You could maybe walk the streets and stumble upon him, but you'd really have to, like, your idea of using Thaddeus to like try and triangulate him, that might work, but
Okay.
he'd have to be like sitting still, and you'd have to have Thaddeus at a certain distance, and like you'd have to figure that out.
Okay. So after she takes a minute, she's gonna look at Vareth and say, I have a general idea of where he is, and I think I could use my rat to find him if we headed in that direction. I think we better get everyone. I think we better meet really quick. I think we need to meet really quick and decide a plan of action. Do you know where Karin went?
I think he went to the other room where Jasper was sleeping.
Oh, is Jasper awake?
I do not know. I haven't checked there yet.
Okay. So as she's talking, I mean, you can tell like she's okay-ish. Her head's spinning and she's got the bruises, but yeah, she's it's okay. She's been for 48 hours now. We need to get him and Akasi. We need to meet.
Sounds
Right
like a good idea.
And she's gonna get up from, I'm guessing she was sitting on the bed, and walk over and go find Karin. Knock on the door.
You guys can grab a Akasi too. That's easy enough. She's just next door. Yeah, so Jasper's on the roof smoking something. You guys are in the room.
course, I'm changing as you come in.
Oh, no, she
How long
not.
is it?
As long as you're
Such an entire
decent.
conversation for you to be in the middle of changing?
I had things I had to do before I got my clothes. I was like,
Oh yeah.
What,
you gotta
were you wearing a
remember,
corset
Ikaran,
too?
but see, Ikaran, when he takes his clothes off, I mean, it's very meticulous about what he does with his clothing. I mean, he doesn't just take it off and throw it somewhere. I mean, it's like he's like taking the creases out of it, and like
Yeah,
really
that dress is like.
putting it nice.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
May-
he's really
May's
nice.
dress is on a
Fucking
heap
like
in
that.
the floor.
Yeah.
Like she's done with that
She
thing.
never
right?
wants to see that thing in her life.
I think in that corset and like the tiara is just sitting on the bed and like a pile of like not a pile of blankets because she makes her bed, but like
She makes her bed.
yeah, I mean she is conscientious, but she's done with like not being able to breathe while you're not okay with that. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
now
she knocks on
Akasi's
the door.
got a ripped up dress. She's got to find out how to tell Krata, sorry, I fucked up your dress.
Not expecting a fight at afternoon tea, but you never know. So she's gonna knock and say, Ikaran, I think we need to talk right now,
Okay.
ish.
Let him.
Are you decent?
He's gonna finish getting dressed. Well, I mean, he doesn't have a shirt on or anything. He's got pants on. He just hasn't put his like shirt and vest and jacket on yet. So, and he's not like, oh gosh, you've seen me half naked. No, he's like, come on in. I just let you know that he's not fully dressed.
Yeah. So she comes in, and she looks around and she whispers to Thaddeus and she says, "Is anyone listening?"
That Jasper kid's on the roof.
Okay. Is there any other part of the network? My sister's network? Are they here? Any other rats?
No, there don't seem to be any other rats here.
Okay. Thank you. And she's gonna like give him a little cracker again and like a little pet.
This rat's gonna be spoiled as hell.
Right?
He gains a little weight here. No,
You've noticed that as you've all gotten undressed, he is still wearing the waistcoat and the top hat, but he has undone his bow tie so that it hangs loose.
That's funny.
Perfect.
Is he singing?
So May's
Not
gonna-
unusual to be loved by anyone.
So May is gonna take a look around the room and assess who's there, and she's gonna look. So Jasper's sitting out on the roof.
Yeah, the window is open. He is up on the roof. If you like poke your head out, you can see him.
Just
I
follow the
think she-
smell.
I think I think she's quickly gonna poke her head out and just like wave. And I guess he would probably be able to see that, they were in a fight.
Yeah, he'll say,
yeah.
Are you okay? Meanwhile, like one of his arms is in a sling. He's got bandages all over. He is black and blue. And are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm sure she'll be fine by tomorrow. We have a healer now with us, so that's. How are you?
Hello.
Awake.
I see that.
I really like this stuff Letty got me.
Yeah, that I see that. Careful with that. So we're just gonna have a quick meeting. Do you mind if I close the window for a minute?
Actually, and he drops down. He holds onto the roof with his one hand, pops his feet in the window, hops inside with you guys, throws the butt of the thing out the window, and he says, I might go get something to eat, if that's cool.
Actually,
yeah, of course.
Jasper, when you came to us, you were in pretty rough condition. You might want to lay back down.
Oh, I'm feeling a lot. I'm kind of hungry, and May was saying you guys wanted to talk.
If you're hungry, that's a good sign, right? Isn't that a good sign? I feel like that's a good sign.
He could just be blazed.
He could. He very well could just be Blaze.
I mean, either way, food is a good idea for him.
Yeah, food is a good. Food's good, right? I mean, should he naughty? Is that bad? Is that bad?
I don't. Are you sure you're not feeling any kind of pain right now, Jasper?
Oh, I'm in a lot of pain.
What? Then lay down. What's wrong with you?
I mean, you were on the boat, right? Pain's just a part of life. And I think with that, he just walks out the door and he's going to go downstairs to the tavern.
Okay.
Is he always like this?
Karin is gonna like.
Not exactly. He's a little. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure after he eats, he'll
But
be.
I think, Verith, you can really roll an insight check on what he just said about pain as a way of life on the boat.
Okay. All right, 17.
You never had a lack of patience. And a lot of them were from the other program on the boat, the martial arts program. You saw a few broken bones and shattered ribs. They don't pull their punches in their training. And the very little you've heard about Jasper from these people, from like your party, because you didn't hear anything about them from the other people, was that he like struggled to fit in with that family as a kid. So now that you think about it, if there was someone who was part of that fighting program who was not up to it, who was just too weak for them and or unable to do what they were able to do, life might have been like a series of constant beatings for them as a child.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's terrible.
What's terrible?
Nothing. Nothing. I apologize. I'm thinking out loud.
May's gonna store that away, and then she's gonna go shut the window and the door, and she's gonna sit on the end of one of the beds, and she's gonna cast her little, hotspot, whatever thing, her chat room, and she's gonna look at everyone, and she's gonna say, like mentally, I was planning to just have this conversation with the Karin, but after tea, I think that would be a little silly at this point to only have him here. I think it goes without saying that everything that we talk about here has to be kept in complete confidence, or it could compromise any of us as well as a number of other people. But Karin, do you want to tell them a little bit about what you do? If we're going to bring them in on this, they need to know what they're getting into.
Person with the most secrets. Hey, other person, why not tell them what's up?
I know. I'm like.
Seriously.
This is so she can get her head around like what she's gonna say.
I mean, there's very little for a Karin to say. I mean, I think they know everything.
Yeah, I mean, they were at the meeting with Arcane.
Yeah, they
Focus.
know everything that he knows for the most part. Well, I mean, they just found out that he's a crown prince, but other than that, they know everything about me.
The only thing Akasa would want to know is how many more names is he going to drop?
Oh, I've got a lot of those, but
Exactly.
Okay. So is he going to just say he doesn't have anything to say?
I mean, he doesn't have anything that would be anything that they don't know already. Basically, I mean, he doesn't. I mean, honestly, I don't think I think all the secrets that he had is now out. The prince was the last secret that he was holding back, because you all know that Mogrim is his ex. You know that. I mean, that he doesn't trust Mogrim, loves him, but he can't trust him. Yeah, I mean, you guys know all. Basically, you know all of his stuff now.
Okay, so what does he actually say back? Just like, you know everything?
Yeah, he'll say, you know everything about me. You now know. It is all on table.
Fair enough. It's been a little scattered since we met you, Varith, and actually Akasi too, but maybe I should just ask what questions. I guess, I mean, you heard me say, I guess, that I grew up in an orphanage of sorts for magic users. I was told that I was rescued as a baby and that I had 2 siblings and that I was kept there at this place called the Conservatory for my protection. There's a bit of a training academy as well to join a, I mean, I guess you could, she's gonna take a minute. She's like, I'm a spy. I'm a spy for a group called Arcane Divergence. And I was basically raised and trained and educated for that purpose. And I have been working with them for most of my life, mostly trying to rescue magic users and get them from Ebretzia and occasionally Keldoris to the Northlands or other places where they're safe. I worked with Ikarin a few years ago, a mission that went south. We found out that we were led into a trap as one of our assets was compromised mentally and controlled, but we didn't know much more about it. The woman that I went and met on the rooftop yesterday, that was, as you've probably figured out by now, that was my sister. She's gonna take a minute. The second time we've met, first time we met, I've been looking for her, and I went back to a safe house that had some people I worked with and some trainees that I'd been working with. And when I got there, she had killed them all. But she didn't attack me. She left, and she told me that our father wanted me alive. And in between these 2 events, I had been working kind of a desk job. My mentor, Ileana, the one who rescued, who got me out of Reef, I guess, as an infant, she was my mentor. She helped arrange for me to work a bit of a desk job after the mission I worked on a car. And so I had been trying to find my family during that time, and she's gonna kind of get jumbled here because, you know, it's a lot to keep track of. Anyway, so I kept trying to find my sister again so we could talk, and she dropped that locket. And then I learned that it was from Ikarin, that it was protecting me from my father being able to find me. But until I talked to Kiadora, actually until I talked to one of my spy contacts, I didn't know that my father was the Mind Flayer, and I'm still figuring out what that means, but I've always been good at mental magic, and apparently he's the reason so many magic users are going missing in Ebretzia, and the laws are so strict there. He has been capturing magic users and taking over their minds. So I was in hiding from the people basically that my father had put in place to capture magic users my whole life. So, and then this whole, I guess, I'm sorry guys, I'm still trying to figure this all out. I guess my mother was the missing crown princess of the elves. And my brother's the White Shield, and I think that his squire might be a Merity's son, but I haven't had a chance to talk to her about that yet. I'm sorry, it's a lot, guys. I just thought my parents were just normal people somewhere, and that they sent me with Ileana to save me from she wasn't very clear about if they were alive or where they were. I just know that it was one of the few times I've ever seen her scared when I mentioned that my father wanted me alive. I think my mother's with him. I don't know if she wants to. I don't know. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. there are 3 more of those monsters that are in people's heads. Those intellect devourers, I believe is what they're called, that control people's minds. There's 3 more of them in town.
So that's news to everyone. You had known that there was one more. She has told you there are 3 instead of the 1.
As soon as that locket went, I guess the protection was gone, but I also could access this mental network that my sister and my father had set up in town. She's going to kind of stroke Thaddeus, and she's like, he's been able to help me figure that out a little bit, but we need to be really careful what we say and where, because they're listening almost everywhere. And then she's going to kind of sit back, and she's like, I have no idea what to think about any of this. I had no idea who I was or what I was. I don't even understand what a mind flayer is until just. And she's just going to kind of stop. And I think at this point she's going to look at Ikarin.
So it's 4:01. Our end time is 4 o'clock. I think we've got a lot of our moving pieces out in the open in these first sort of 4 sessions. Hopefully we'll have Persephone back next week. She was out this week due to some illness in her family. But of course it's interesting to have Emerity have missed the initial confrontation with her son. So thanks everyone for coming out today. We will be back next week. And I think it's going to be about next week when you guys start becoming a little bit more active forces in your world, right? You've got some decisions to make, and we'll see what you're going to do about everything that has come up. So thanks again, everyone, and have a fantastic afternoon.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks. See y'all next week.
Bye, guys.